Welcome to the channel. My name is Leon Johnson. I work with mortgage agents and brokers to help them grow their private, commercial, and residential lending business. So in this video, what I'm going to do is go over how to submit a private mortgage file. It's fairly straightforward, but I just want to make sure that we're not missing any steps because obviously you want to get your responses back as quickly as possible. And really what you're trying to do is reduce as much friction in the transaction process as possible, right? So having as much information, the pertinent details upfront, ready to go as soon as you collect or as soon as you're able to, is really going to make a big difference in processing these applications for you. All right, so what you're going to need is deal summary notes and documents. So starting off with the deal summary notes, you're going to need just a bit of a detailed subject line. So what you want is essentially a last name, address, and city, just so that we can properly organize the file. And then loan amounts, very straightforward. How much is your client looking for? Position, is it going to be a first, second, or a third mortgage? LTV, what are you looking at? 50%, 65%, 75%. Very straightforward in terms of information. Beacon score, again, very straightforward. What is it? 650, 700. Now, if it's below 600, what you want to do is provide a overview as to why is that's the case, right? Just give some brief description. Client had, maybe there was some medical issues, or maybe the client had uh, something, some sort of event that occurred that led to them having derogatory credit. Property type, again, straightforward. Are we looking at a commercial, residential, agricultural deal? First mortgage details, collateral or standard charge. So is it like a step mortgage, or or is it just a standard mortgage charge? And who's the lender? It's Scotia, Manulife, etc. Right? Just some straightforward details. Product and term requested. So are you looking for just a 1 year term or potentially longer? Right? So we do have products that can go up to 5 years, for instance. And then with regards to the product, are you looking for a HELOC, or are you looking for a standard mortgage? Client name, so just you already put their surname in the email title, in the email subject line, so you can just provide the full name in the note summary. The use of funds, so what's the purpose of the mortgage? What is the client looking to do? Exit strategy, will they be refinancing or selling the property? It's all good and well to get the mortgage, but in order to get the mortgage, most of the lenders, they want to know how you plan to get out of the mortgage. So the more detailed you can be around that, the better. So for instance, if the client is borrowing some money, they just want to do some renovations, and then they want to sell the property, for instance, that could be the exit strategy. Income, what kind of income? Are they self-employed, employee, unemployed? What's going on with the income? If there's no income right now, just again, provide a bit of an explanation. How much money are they making? What kind of income do they have? Additional notes. So anything additional that you feel is pertinent to the application but did not fall in any of the previous categories. So here you might also want to just provide a quick summary just to tie in all the details together. So like I mentioned, client wants to get a second mortgage to finish renovations before selling their home. They plan to list their home in 2 months. That's it. And now with regards to the documents that we're looking for a fully completed application. And when I say fully completed, I mean all components. So we have all applicants on there. We have all the assets appropriately listed. So all of any properties that client owns should be listed on there. And then also all sort of pertinent assets. And then with regards to appraisals and or slash purview. So if you can provide the purview up front, it gives us a sense of what the collateral charges may be on the property. and then also, what charges are on the property, sorry, and then also with regards to the appraisal, typically that can be for residential properties. It can be done after the a letter of intent has been issued. So you don't necessarily need to have the appraisal up front, but I mean, if you're going to be trying to get an approval in a short period of time, then it behooves you to have the appraisal, right? They're already done, because they're going to need an appraisal regardless of what they're doing. So either you get the appraisal done, make it a more straightforward process, or you can provide the purview, and then the appraisal is going to be needed later on. Institutional credit bureau. A lot of the time, I'm seeing people provide a consumer pulled credit bureau. It's just not acceptable, right? If you want to get an approval, you have to provide an institutional credit bureau. That's it. Like, the consumer credit bureau might help you determine what is needed for your client, right? So maybe the credit bureau is really really bad. It gives you a sense of how you want to position the client prior to going through the full application. But if you are submitting an application to a lender, you need to submit the institutional credit bureau. Like, there's no way around that. Don't like if unless you want to unless you want to waste time, then don't bother really sending the non-institutional credit bureau, unless you're just looking for some general guidance on the file. Like, for instance, I'm happy to hop in a call if you just want to send over all the info that you have, and it just happens to be a consumer credit bureau. That's fine, but just don't expect it to be taken as an official submission. Like, I'll definitely review all the details with you. More than happy to take the time to do that, and maybe come up with any sort of strategy that's needed, and maybe we're the best option, maybe not. Not an issue either way. And then you just can't look at it as an official submission, because lenders, investors, everybody, they want to see an official institutional credit bureau ID. Obviously, you're confirming who your client is anyways, so you would have a copy of the ID, right? Because you want to make sure who you're lending to, and the same thing, we want to make sure who we're lending to as well. First mortgage statements. If it's a second mortgage or anything like that, it's always good just to make sure you collect all those details, because depending on who the lender is, and also sometimes the client might be mistaken in terms of how much their current mortgage actually is. That happens a lot. So just making sure you can get the first mortgage statement is helpful. And so that's basically it. Next steps, you can download the free template and checklist below. So basically it just goes over everything that we had here. You can email me at leon@gogreenlightloans.com. If you have a scenario that you want to go over, you can just use the template format there, or you give me a call at 289-207-9363 if you just want to run through a scenario. You have a deal that you just want to talk through. Again, you don't necessarily have to be wanting to submit it to us. I'm more than happy just to run through it with you, and because at the end of the day, for me, it's all about building relationships, and I want to be seen as a resource for you. We're not always going to have the best pricing. Sometimes this with regards to like every lender, they can't always have the best pricing. They're not always going to have the best turnaround time. That's just how it is. There's a kind of seasonality to every business, and but what I would like to do is just to make sure that I'm always there, available for you if you do need something, and I can be of assistance. So feel free to reach out, and we can go from there. Hopefully this has been helpful, and make sure you download the free template and checklist below. Take care.